Hi, my name is Pyeth. Welcome to this page. I'm so glad you're here. And I want to take a moment to introduce myself and share my story, what this business is all about, and who I'm looking for. So I remember I was so depressed, struggling with anxiety, probably the lowest I had been in my life after two traumatic pregnancies with HG and the intensity of new motherhood. I had gained 30 pounds and I could say I didn't recognize my body. And my illness took me away from my successful coaching business, and I didn't recognize my bank account or myself. And I didn't know who I was I was having an existential crisis, I would say, which kind of feels like a soul level crisis. I was fighting with my husband all the time and wondering if we were going to make it or end up divorced. I carried so much guilt about being emotionally absent from my kids and my husband due to my depression. And worst of all, I started to lose the hope that there was a way out. So one day, while doing the mindless scroll on Instagram and comparing and despairing, I came across this radiant picture of a curly haired woman who was bright, beautiful, and so happy looking. And she reminded me of the old me. I felt like crying, but more so, I felt like leaning in and finding out more about her. So I eventually kind of internet stalked her, looking at all of these pictures of her travels, her healthy body, reading her captions that had the most positive message. I was wanting to be her, and she was sharing about what coaching had done for her life and how anybody with a big enough why, drive, and consistency could follow in her footsteps. And it took 2 whole months of me stalking her before I considered jumping in and joining her mentorship. So I remember feeling so sick to my stomach when I was entering my credit card details. And I finished my enrollment feeling queasy. And then I started the journey of the best thing that has ever happened to me. Over the first year, I was taught to work just as hard on my mindset as I was on my fit journey. And that was the game changer. Accountability to stop bullying myself and to do the inner work that helped me become a finisher, a goal getter, rather than just a goal wisher. And this was embarrassing for me at first because I had been a highly paid master coach to other women, but no one had been holding me accountable to my own BS. And I needed that. And in our industry, our fit journey mirrors our business journey. And the healthier your body and mind get, the healthier your business gets. And realizing the connection between the two, is what got me all in on coaching. So I knew that if I could point my talents in the direction of helping others to follow through and push past mental limits, aka limiting beliefs, and dream and achieve bigger than they had ever done before, I would be deeply fulfilled and make great money. So I want to ask you, what is your deepest fear about becoming the CEO of your own residual income business? Let me take a few guesses here. 1, fear of failure, and put the word in again in parentheses if you tried professional network marketing before or tried to be an entrepreneur before and failed. So fear of failure again, or just fear of failure in general. Fear of success is very real. Like, I'll get too overwhelmed. I won't know how to handle it. What will I do when I get that big? 3, maybe fear of looking stupid and being judged by people who are like, what are you doing with your life now? That's so weird. Maybe fear you don't have what it takes. Am I skilled enough? It's something that comes up in everyone's minds. Fear you don't have the time. How will I fit all this in? Fear that Pyeth doesn't have what it takes to be your potential mentor. I questioned that about my coach too. And I think that's a very natural question. All of these are very natural fears. So if any of them resonate, I need you to know that everyone on earth feels these exact fears before starting anything new. especially a business endeavor. So, what separates those that push through those fears to success and those who give up? In my experience, there are two key factors that separate the leaders who become successful and those that consider business idea after business idea and just keep spinning their wheels. So, number one, you have to have an emotionally charged why for pushing through the challenges no matter what. And two, you need the right mentorship and environment for success. So I'd love to show you how I can help you with both. And to be clear, here's what it does not take to be successful in this business. You do not have to have your ideal body already. You don't have to be a fitness expert. You don't have to even have experience as an entrepreneur or network marketer. You don't have to be an existing social media influencer with a big following. And I will go in more depth on these pieces in my next video, so be sure to watch that. Now, what I'm looking for in the next leader to mentor on my team is someone who is driven by either or both of these two things. So listen in really closely. One, inspiration. You feel inspired to become and achieve more than you've ever thought possible and make great money helping change people's lives. Or two, desperation to change a reality that you hate, a job you hate, not having enough money, not feeling fulfilled, feeling trapped in a body you don't like, and never having the time to make special memories with your loved ones. So those are the two things that you're going to want to really be just feeling really powerfully, or both. In my case, I definitely felt both when I started this journey. So in addition, you need to be coachable and be able to take action before you feel you've learned a new skill perfectly, because spoiler alert, there's no such thing as perfection. And that's just a really fancy way of stopping yourself from being successful. We're in an action first, learn as you go industry. To be clear, if you were applying to be a rocket scientist today, that would be the absolute opposite, right? You would need to have years of experience in education. This is not what that is. And that's what is so exciting about this opportunity. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to sound a certain way. You don't have to have mad business or social media skills or even that much time. Spoiler again, you only need 1 hour a day to start, and you're welcome to keep it that way or go full-time one day, whatever you desire. So everything and every skill you need to succeed in this particular business boils down to one simple mindset: willingness. To take imperfect action, to learn, to be coachable, to ask for help, to take initiative, and to reach out for help to others. So I bet I know what thought is going through your mind right now. But what about the money? How do you actually make some? So what the heck is the actual business model? What is a day in the life of a coach in this business like? Well, I'm excited to tell you everything you're wondering about in the third video. But first, let me address fears and limiting beliefs that come up for everybody when considering my mentorship. So hop on to the next video.